And we don't use those criteria today in selecting the presidents, but if we did, he would certainly be. And so I'm very hopeful the people in the Valley will do what they've done for my brothers and for me. They've always given us a warm reception. I'm looking forward to being down there with you, and I'll look forward to continuing our conversation.
Well, Senator, thank you for all the work you've done for the Latinos down here. Thank you for your endorsement of Barack Obama for the next president of the United States. And I look forward to continuing our conversation.
We'll have some fun. I might even sing a song in Jalisco for you on your program next
I look forward to it. Mañanitas, perhaps, Senator. I look forward.
We've got to have a little fun in this business, too.
That's right. And we'll have some taquitos and coffee waiting for you when you come down here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
All the best. Bye-bye.
And you've been listening to South Texas Crossfire. We have the distinct pleasure of bringing on the senator from Massachusetts, over 8 terms, 5 decades of service, and that was Ted Kennedy. And he's supporting Barack Obama. He's providing his all his support, and that of Caroline Kennedy and that of his son Patrick, and all of the Kennedy family are supporting Barack Obama. And you heard it first here on South Texas Crossfire that Senator Kennedy is going to be coming down to South Texas, and also Barack Obama, and hopefully we can get an interview with him as well. But I would like to say that on behalf of everyone at South Texas Crossfire, thank you, Senator Kennedy, for coming down, taking the time to speak with us and giving us our views on Barack Obama. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to have some political analysis over the conversation that we just had with Senator Ted Kennedy. You know, remembering him in that interview, Juan, it was something that was just a wonderful experience, I think, for all of us here at KTMV. And I know that, and I want to thank you for all the research and everything that you did during that preparation for that interview, and looking at it from a political analysis and a historical analysis. And when I did interview him, you know, he basically just, larger than life. He took over the interview, and it was my pleasure to just hear him talk about the social issues of the day, and it was just such rich history going back to his father, and then he was talking about his brothers that passed away, that serving their country, and then about his daughter Caroline coming out and endorsing Barack Obama. What was your impression of his sense of optimism and the sense of urgency he had about social issues and getting out the vote in South Texas?
I just thought it was such a historic interview, Joe. I thought it was very important. Those of us who knew about it and had some small hand in it were terribly impressed with the job you did, and obviously we're thankful for him for the time, for reaching out. That's not very often that you get those opportunities, and I think that was a special one. And you heard it in the interview, you heard it in the voice, this voice that was larger than life, and just terribly natural at it. You sense it, though you had a still image of it. It was a telephonic interview, but you really can envision him while he's speaking to you, and even there at the very end, wanted to come down and sing songs, and there was this jovial attitude, and I think he's just somebody, and his brothers before him, that instilled a tremendous amount of confidence in people in terms of how they felt about their country and their communities. And most importantly about themselves, and that they could believe again. And I think that's really important.
Yes, his perpetual optimism that he had is just contagious. I could hear it through the interview that I had with him, how that he likened Barack Obama at the time of the candidate Barack Obama, and his sense of urgency and his sense of now and his sense of vision to his brother, John F. Kennedy. And he spoke of his vision of putting a man on the moon, of his vision of equal rights, and his vision of public service. And I don't think that Senator Edward Kennedy or Ted Kennedy ever lost sight of that. And despite his tremendous tragedies that he suffered and all his family suffered, he never lost that optimism or that strength. And even when he was diagnosed with such a tremendously scary diagnosis, such as a brain tumor, he fought on, he shouldered on, and he kept on in his role in the Senate. And that leaves a tremendous gap, as you were saying earlier. We've got about a minute left, but as far as from a political standpoint, what do you envision or see as far as that who they're going to be looking for to replace such a man, and what a loss it will be to all of us in America?
Well, there's talk about Robert F. Kennedy's oldest son, Joe Kennedy. He's a former United States congressman. Served with Solomon Ortiz up in Washington.
That's right.
And I think some individuals have their eye on him, seeing whether or not he's going to pick up that mantle, or if it's going to be someone else. No matter who it is, Senator Kennedy did not get there overnight. In fact, some would argue did not find that voice until after his historic run in 1980, where he was unable to unseat Jimmy Carter at the time as far as the Democratic Party's nominee. And it's not something; those are not shoes that you could fill overnight, but rather it takes a lifetime of commitment and service to even get close.
Well, Juan, I want to thank you for coming on the show and reminding everybody that this is to commemorate, such a tremendous and great man, but also to memorialize everything that he brought to the table in America, and all of the programs and all of the things that he embodied as far as the Kennedy family, everything good. And he wasn't a perfect man, but we honor him because of the tremendous service and working side by side in many areas on the Armed Services Committee with our Representative Solomon P. Ortiz that you heard speak so eloquently of Senator Ted Kennedy during this program. And we want to remind you all that we shouldn't let go of our precious rights, the right to vote, forget about our civil rights, and don't give away our rights to everything that we hold dear that embodies America. And I think that by memorializing Senator Ted Kennedy, that we remind ourselves every day of the tremendous freedoms that we have and the tremendous country we live in, and how we should help one another. And I think that he embodied that. So with that, Juan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to be with you.
And we look forward to bringing on more programming and bringing on national and state issues and local issues. And I think that Senator Ted Kennedy affected us all locally, on the state level, and nationally. So thank you all very much for joining us today, and God bless.